everybody, Saturday morning, and I got some apples from my apple tree, so I thought I would make some apple bread. And this is what you do when you forget you have an apple peeler. You cut it with that, and then you have to peel them by hand, and yeah. And this is what happens when you're filming and you accidentally hit your apple container, your big. Luckily it's plastic, but it's now worthless because it's got a big crack in it. I don't know if you can see it. But luckily I have two. Amazing what you can do with the right tools. So fast. I did not keep the cores or the apple peelings or anything, and I know some people probably are being like, oh no, she could have made her own apple cider vinegar. But I don't make apple cider vinegar because I rarely, if ever, use apple cider vinegar. So I don't bother to keep it on, I don't really keep it on hand, and I don't try to make it myself. But I'm gonna clean up the rest of these apples and then finish chopping them up. I also, for this, I'm making apple bread. I don't know if I said that earlier, but for apple bread, since they're gonna be cooked anyway, I don't really bother trying to keep them pretty looking. So I didn't put lemon juice on them. So of course, as soon as they're exposed to the air, they start oxidizing and turning brown, and that's okay because they're gonna turn brown when they bake anyway. all my ingredients together for the apple bread. Baking soda, cinnamon, salt, eggs, flour, sugar, vanilla, apples, and oil. So the first thing we're going to do is cream or beat together the eggs, the oil, and the sugar. So I'm going to put the eggs in first. Wash my hands. Like eggs on my hand. And then oil. And 2 cups of sugar. So the first thing we're doing is creaming together or beating together the eggs, the oil, and the sugar. If you've got any kind of health issues, this is not a healthy bread by any means. It's a dessert bread, so take that for what you will. Now you sift and add all of the dry ingredients, and I could do that in a separate bowl, but I choose not to because I don't want to wash an extra bowl. But it's flour, salt, cinnamon, and soda, and that's what I'm going to do now. Usually I do this with a much smaller strainer, but I used my small strainer this morning when I was making blueberry muffins for the blueberries. So. Vanilla and the apples. 3 cups of apples. So at this point you could have added nuts. I think it calls for a cup of nuts if you choose. I choose not to because I don't like nuts, and neither does most of my family. This recipe does not require, because there's so much oil, I guess, does not require you to spray your pans or anything. And I just use these, that dough is good. I just use these plain old Baker's Secret pans. I think I got them at Walmart ages ago. Had them forever. And this should make 2 loaves. Sorry, I was going to try to turn the camera so you could see this, but... This is just something I started doing on my own. Recipe doesn't say to do this, but I usually cover the top in sugar just because I like the nice little extra crunch it gives once it's baked. And if you're gonna, you know, have something completely unhealthy, go all out, right? There. They are ready to go into the oven. 325 for, approximately an hour. These are gonna be pretty short because my pan is wide. So maybe I'll probably check them about 45 minutes just to make sure they're not overcooking. And we'll see them in then. And there they are. All done. Still took an hour. I checked them at 45 minutes. They weren't done in the middle. But they're done now. Okay, cut into it. And I'm gonna give it a try. Looks pretty darn good if I do say so myself. Ooh, that was loud. Oh yeah, delicious. Can't wait to eat it all.